it's, I think, natural, very human to hark back to SARS. However, it's not, when it comes to the oil market, I don't think it's entirely comparable. We have to, if anyone out there is looking especially at the charts of crude, Brent crude going down from 35 something to 25 something around that time when SARS had peaked in the second quarter of 2003, must bear in mind that there was another much bigger influence in the oil market then, and which was the US invasion of Iraq. And the fear premium just before the invasion had peaked, and then suddenly it dropped off quite rapidly when it realized that though Iraqi production was affected, OPEC members rallied and pumped enough oil. So it's not entirely comparable. The other thing I've been stressing to my clients is that it is not yet a pandemic. And again, with the caveat that none of us are health professionals, but if you look at the spread of the disease within China and outside, yes, it has spread to countries outside, about 13 or 14 countries, but the numbers, the proportion of the infected, the deaths is much, much higher in China. So the question really for the oil market right now is to wait for that inflection point, first of all. Does it appear to be plateauing in China? And does it really spread the way SARS did outside China? And the answer to the second question, to my mind, so far seems no.
OK, Dan has a question for you.
Vandana, it's such an interesting dynamic playing out in the market right now, isn't it? But do you think that this sell-off that we've seen in oil in recent sessions has been overdone? The coronavirus isn't necessarily taking any physical barrels off the market, and this also comes at the same time when we have significant outage in Libya.
It does seem premature, at least it did definitely last week. It still seems premature. It does seem overdone. But I think what we need to bear in our minds is that it is based on a lot of fear and panic. And that fear and panic will probably not die down anytime soon, at least not until we keep seeing a very rapid spread. The numbers continue to go up of the infected and the deaths in China. The other thing to bear in mind, and this is going to continue even after this virus outbreak, is that overall the oil market had bearish leanings even before this started. So we saw quite a steep sell-off after the geopolitical premium on account of the US-Iran tensions died down, and we have had generally a milder winter, and the market looking to a slow demand season, which is usually the shoulder season, the spring and Q2 of the year. And perhaps a bigger one, that the China-US trade deal, the partial trade deal, has not really raised hopes for commodities seeing a major comeback in demand. So all of these factors will remain, and I presume they have contributed to this fear and panic being a little bit more amplified.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.